Welcome to Whispers and Ink. I am Jennifer. I am not only here to inspire you, I am not only here to make you giggle just a little bit. I am also here to give you permission to try something new, maybe give you a little inspiration, and goodness knows what else. You guys, apparently I pushed the wrong button. There we go. Apparently I pushed the wrong button. Sorry, you guys. I was wondering where the heck I was. Oh, you guys, you have to laugh. You just have to. Technology is wonderful. And hi, Jeanne, and hi to Tracy. So, first, I want you to know that I am your Crafty Creative Coach. So if you have any questions about anything that has to do with paper, then you put it here. I come back, I do read all of the things, and if there's something that you are struggling to figure out, you guys, I am here to help you. So, oh my goodness, I hope that everybody is having an amazing day so far. I know we started on the wrong page, you guys. I apologize, on the wrong tab, so I have to fix that. Anyways, today, you guys, we are going to be making the last two cards from my make and takes that I have from OnStage. And we're going to be doing a little bit of coloring. And I was thinking, and I'm going to ask Jeanne and Tracy, and there's one other person here. I don't know who it is yet. I'm going to ask Jeanne and Tracy and that person, should we do a Stampin' Blends versus watercolor pencils, or should we do just a change up of the color? And let me show you the pieces first so that you can make an informed decision. Does that sound good? I think that sounds good. Because, you know, we are a democracy around here. We decide together. So this is the make and take that I have. And I have my embellishments here. I have all my parts and pieces for the two cards because I get to make two cards just like this. So do we want to do Stampin' Blends versus colored pencils, or do we want to do just two different color or two different concepts to the card? You guys tell me in the comments. And I'll show you the parts and pieces that I have. So in this packet, there was a full pack of embellishments. I already have this embellishment open, so I'm going to use those. And then here are the parts and pieces. So it's a piece of basic white with some black, basic black, and a piece of new designer series paper. You guys, I'm loving this designer series paper. I'm thinking that we could probably do like a coloring here and add that onto that and do it like that for one. And then the other one, this one is is this one a more vertically kind of look? Yes, this one is a more vertical look. So we can do same piece, same as that, but do it in this direction instead for the other one. And I have the sentiments, but do we do blends versus pencils, or do we do just two different colors? Because you know I'm 100% on board with all purple. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Always on board with all purple. And you guys, I'm super duper excited. Super duper excited because I got my order in first thing. It's already packed up in the truck, ready to go, and it should be here tomorrow. So we should, tomorrow night, we'll be doing a kit, and we will be doing, Tracy says one of each. Got it. We should be doing not only an unboxing tomorrow night, but we're going to take a look at a kit. Anybody else want to put in a vote? And I have my new Sending Salutations stamp set Notice my red dot on here because we have To a Marvelous Person on their birthday, because anything with a birthday sentiment for me, I put this cherry cobbler dot on. I think we'll stamp. And nobody else wants to put forth their 2 cents in regards to one of each or anything else? Alrighty. Well, Tracy, you're going to make the decision today. Birthday. I like doing watercolor versus pencils versus blends because, you guys, the pencils are so much softer and the blends are definitely more in your face, which I love. They stand out quite a little bit more. Now, I'm guessing just by the picture that they used a gray here. I, however, am going to use a black. No, not the new black. I'm just going to use the Memento. And you guys, if you are one that love your Memento or your StazOn, you're not going to want to miss getting refills for those. You're not going to want to miss that. To a Marvelous Person on their birthday. Ta-da! Okay. And then this one. So there's our sentiment pieces. Now, I like to layer my sentiment pieces. So let's see. I think this is probably, what size is this? Is this a 1 3/4? 1 7/8? It's a 1 7/8 inch circle punch. So we're going to take the 2-inch circle punch, you guys. I think I'm going to go grab it so that we can add a layer. And I'm thinking that we might add a color layer. I did, of course, grab my Highland Heather Stampin' blends because we're definitely going to use those. 2-inch circle punch, that's what I'm getting. Almost lost track of what I was doing. I'm not sure if we're going to do a color or if we're going to do black, but I definitely want to add a layer to our sentiment pieces here. Okay, so let's talk coloring. Our sentiment's already done. Our sentiment stamping's done. Let's talk coloring. I love to color. We don't color a lot here, but with this new paper, I will be offering a coloring class. And because I think that it's nice to get your hands on some of the things, right? Part of coloring class is new blends, and I'm looking for my other watercolor pencils, you guys, so hang on. I forgot to grab them. My blender pen, and I had my pencil pack. Here it is, right here. The little one. So I have both watercolor pencil packs, you guys. I have both. Assortment 1 and Assortment 2. And I have my blender pen for that. I do like to do my coloring either on black or on scrap. And I have Highland Heather Light and Dark here, which we're going to use both. But I'm not going to only do Highland Heather here. I'm thinking, and Paula would enjoy this, but I'm thinking that maybe we add in a little bit of yellow in these little flowers. So yellow or maybe a red. Should we do red or yellow? I'm thinking yellow because I'm thinking daffodils. But then we're going to add in some green. Not that one. I'm grabbing from my case, you guys. I'm thinking Granny Apple. Green. Yeah, Granny Apple and Granny Apple for our leaves. And I'm going to start there. And you guys tell me, what do you think about, oh, and I got to grab my glasses because, you know, I'm getting old. And I can't see like I used to. So tell me, what do you think about coloring class and about all the things that you're hearing so far. And I'm just doing leaves here. Leaves, leaves, leaves. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Tracy likes yellow with purple. I think so too. Red looks really good with purple too, depending on the red. So I'm good with that. All right, so we did, and I love because you guys, the paper does some of the work for us with those lines in there. If you just follow that, then you can, oh, I missed some. If you follow the lines, apparently the glasses aren't helping. If you follow the lines that already exist, it kind of gives you a place to start. So, and then we're going to come in, I did the dark first. And I like to do 3 colors on my leaves, you guys, because I like the variation in color. Except for obviously some of these smaller ones, you're not going to be able to do that. Like, you know, those leaves. And I'm going to bring in a lighter color for the areas that I left blank. Like this is a leaf, I'm going to color that. And we're going to bring in the soft sea foam. The light soft sea foam. I just want to add just a little bit of variation here. And because it's a lighter color, we can use it to blend in the other 2 granny apple pieces. And if you're not sure if things are gonna go together, then don't be afraid to take a piece of white, you guys, and try the colors together. I have done that before. I show that all the time. I think that's super important. Make sure you like your colors together. And this one I think might be close to being dry, which is okay. It's more like a blender than an actual color. And I'll show you 1 second. Oh, I love how this looks. I know, sorry about the squeaking. There's little mice. There's little mice in here. Okay. Do a little bit more of that. There we go. So here's what we've got so far. And I don't like that. So we used Granny Apple, Light and Dark, and Soft Sea Foam to make our leaves. Really like how that came together. So, and we're going to bring in, I like the idea of yellow. I know Paula would like the idea of yellow. So we've got Daffodil Delight and Daffodil Delight and a Lemon Lolly we're going to add. And then we've got the two Highland Heathers. I want to add, I think, a fresh freesia to this mix as well. So the light fresh freesia will go in with the purples. I like having 3 colors, you guys, because it adds a little bit. So the yellows, I'm going to go around on all these little flowers, these little buds and these little flowers here. I'm going to go around on all of those with the yellow. The big flowers here, the like peony type flowers, I'm going to do in the purples. Does that sound like a good plan? All right, so let's see. We're going to start with the dark. And I'm kind of just going to do our centers and our buds. So our centers and the buds. Dun, dun, dun. Centers, centers, centers. Here's a bud. Here's a bud. Because the buds are always the darkest. Add a little center there, add a center there, and here's a bud right there. And maybe do a little bit of the yellow like that in our centers of our big flowers. So now, which one's this one? This one's the light Daffodil Delight. So I'm going to kind of bring in that little bit of the yellows. Like this. I think I need new glasses, you guys. I do. How did we do? I think we're going to do that with the yellow. And then we're going to bring in our lemon lolly. On the ends. And so I'm going to show you, we're going to do this one next. I want to show you what we're doing here. So we've got the dark Daffodil Delight, then the light, and then I have this lemon lolly, and watch what it does. And then, so I'm doing the lines, and I'm going to blend them in a little, and check that out. That's the flower that we just worked on. I love how it looks kind of three-dimensional because we've got that lighter color. Now I'm going to do this one, and I'm just going to do the edges in the lemon lolly. What do you think? Good? So, and then doing what we just did, I just covered the last of that little bit with the lemon lolly, and I'm going to do the same thing here and here, because these are kind of open. Just mixing in that color, that lemon lolly with the light daffodil. And if you want it a little bit darker, then you can go in and add more color, which is what I love about the blends, you guys. I love that the more layering that you do on these blends, the more it takes on some personality. Does that make sense? Gosh, I hope that makes sense. I really hope that makes sense. And don't be afraid if there's no lines on there that you add in some lines. It's your project. There's no right or wrong way to do this, you guys. It's whatever makes you happy. And I do find, just so you know, with the blends, there are times that you can pull that black ink that's on the paper, so be careful with that. But oh my gosh, how pretty is that? That already is just, oh, I love it. I'm loving it. Okay, so blends, yellows, check. Next up is the purples, my favorites. And we're gonna go again, we're gonna work dark to lightest. And we're just gonna go through the freshest leaves, or the newest leaves, which will be your center, will be the ones that are the darkest. So don't be afraid to add where you want darkness to be. So I'm kind of going around, and you guys, you can always add more. You can't take away. Well, you kind of can, but it's a little bit more difficult to take away. And you don't want them all to be the same. That's the other thing. So you see me kind of coloring in a little bit more on some than you do the others. So we've got like this going on. We've got a little bit over here. Got a little bit there. So here's where we're at so far with the purple. Okay. We're going to take the light Highland Heather, will be next. And I kind of want to pull in. Wow, that really looks, does that look pink to you? Dang, that looks pink. That is light Highland Heather. And I am going to do them all a little bit different. Turn things around a little bit. In the areas that I'm blending in the light and the dark, I kind of do some swirls. Because I want to blend in the color. And then let's see what we get out of this fresh freesia. So that's where we're at so far with that big flower. Now, I did do my swirl and I picked up some of the black, but I'm okay with that because that helps to add, I think, that little bit of depth from the dark Highland Heather. Whoa, wrong tip. Wrong tip on that one. See if we can get that blended in a little. But see how that happy accident, look how that looks. I love that. What do you guys think? Oh, so pretty. Okay, so I'm finding here, I'm guessing that's a little yellow flower. It happens. Don't fret the small stuff. And if it wasn't supposed to be a yellow flower, it is now. Okay, I want to go back to this light Highland Heather, I think. Because this is a little bit of a lighter color, I think that this flower, we're going to add, this one's going to be a little bit darker. And maybe not so much the fresh freesia, but maybe just a little bit on the ends. So we have this one is the one we're working on now, okay? And I'm going to blend in the last little bit here. And I'm going to say that those are part of that. Oh. So there's the second flower. Loving that. This one I think we might do mostly dark because it's more of a bud. That's what I'm thinking. Yes, yes. Tracy says you could add some color lifter to do some highlights. I always do that last, Tracy. That's kind of like adding the embellishments. To me. I hope that makes sense. Fresh freesia? Let's try some fresh freesia in here. See what we get. Oh, I'm loving that. So there's the third flower. Now, and here's the other thing, you guys. Perfection's overrated. We've talked about that. Okay? I'm loving. So we've got the darker flower, the medium flower, and the lighter flower. What do you think of that group itself? I think, oh my gosh, I could like fussy cut that out and put that on a card. I think that would be amazing. Oh, love it. Love that. I think we're going to do this dark technique that we did here. We're going to do that on this one too. Far enough away. Excuse me. Oh, goodness. All right, so, and you guys, there is no right or wrong way. It's your coloring. You can do it the way you want to do it. your Stampin' Blends. I like using the bullet point because then I can push as hard as I want, pretty much. If you're one that has a super light hand, then use the paintbrush end. I think that I like using the paintbrush end of my blends for ribbon and stuff. So there's that one, and then we have these two left, these two. And I really do think, like this one, I think I really want to go light on this one. Playing to that pull of the black, getting in a little bit more saturation on that. And I think that needs to be yellow. This corner here, I think needs to be yellow. Because it reminds me of like that. There we go. Okay, last flower. So here's where we're at so far. I'm thinking that's totally so pretty. Okay. What is this one? This one's the Highland Heather Light, which we kind of did here. And I'm thinking I want to go lighter like that one. So we're going to go with the Fresh Freesia again. So, and here's the other thing, you guys, what we could have done is we could have picked one flower and highlighted that flower, and that one would have been the only one that we did. So like if we did this clump right here, yeah, this one goes this way. So if we did this clump, we could put our sentiment down here and leave the rest. It's entirely up to you how you want to highlight your flowers. Okay, so now playing off of what Tracy said, here's our color lifter, okay? So here's what I like to do. I like to take the paintbrush end and do like a little sweep. And a little sweep. And a little sweep. Because after you go through and you make a little sweep of a couple of different spots, like right in there, you can come back and add to that little sweep. And you don't have to do them all. But you can see now, like we did it here and we did it here. I like to go around the whole thing and then come back to where we started. So like right here could use a little in here. Sorry. And then here, again. And I love the effect that that brings to our flower. But I like to use it, like I said, I like to use it. And you could totally use the white gel pen. Yep. I'm looking forward to, forgot to order those, but I've got another order I got to put in. So, and I like doing just those little bits because it does add a lot. Look at that. Look how cool that looks. And we've got some coloring in here. I like that. And I agree. Jan, 100% agree with the gel pen. I'm excited about having that. But oh my gosh, you guys, I love the blends. I love the possibility of the blends. You could even come back in on a couple of these leaves, you guys, and add a fourth color and make them just a little bit darker if you wanted. Oh, here's the other thing, you guys. The other thing that you could do. Let's talk about Wink of Stella, you guys. Couldn't we take some Wink of Stella and squeeze it out pretty heavy and then do a flick, flick, flick and add some sparkle onto that? I mean, we totally could do that. Do we need to see what I'm talking about? We can talk about that. So here's one card. Then we need to, and I'm going to, if we do the Wink of Stella, it's going to be last because it gets to be a big mess. I'm one, I make a big old mess when it comes to the Wink of Stella. Well, shoot, these are definitely both the same direction. Okay, so with that, we're going to do watercolor pencils this time. And I'm thinking that we come in, we've got our gorgeous grape, and that's easy enough. I think we're going to add in a little bit of, where is my yellow? Apparently my yellow is missing. Oh, Tracy says use the wink. Okay. Where's my, oh, here's my yellow. So here's my yellow. You guys, I found these pencil sharpeners on Amazon, and I've got to tell you, for the watercolor pencils, these are amazing. They are super duper. I like that there is just, you can just do like one twist around and that makes such a big difference. Okay, so we've got red and yellow, and I'm thinking that I want to do these in some red. This. Right in here. And I'm just kind of doing some lazy coloring, you guys. I'm not going to lie. With the colored pencils, I like to do lazy coloring. 100%. And what do I mean by lazy coloring? Hang on, I'll show you. This is what I mean by lazy coloring. Because I'm going to bring in my blender pen, and it's going to blend all that in for me, okay? So don't be afraid to lazy color. We're going to do, whoa, broken tip. That's not going to work. Let's try this again. Okay. All right. We're going to color this, and I'm going to do the same lazy color. I think that we're going to do this. We're going to mix a little bit of yellow with a little bit of red and see what we get in here. Because I think that that could be really pretty. And this is where you need to have some fun, you guys. Try some things. see what it brings. So here's what I'm talking about. Lazy color. And this will all mix. And it'll mix pretty. Trust me. Yellow and red look really good together. Adding in a little bit more yellow. Like that. So here's what I did. We've got some red and some yellow in there. This one's red, this one's yellow, and I'm going to do this one in purple, but then like this and this I'm going to do in the red, or in the yellow, sorry. Kind of in keeping with what we did on the other one. And this is the part where it's kind of like, don't be afraid to try some stuff. Don't be afraid to try. Do yellow one here. I did a bud there in red. And we'll do, we got 3 buds there. We're going to do in yellow. And then this little flower here we'll do in red. This one, I'm going to do the mix like that. I'm going to do it a little bit more intentional this time with the red like that, and then bringing in the yellow around the outside. Oh, so pretty. This one will be purple, this one will be purple. And this bud there. Okay, so here's where we're at so far with our watercolor. Let's turn it this way, it's easier to see. Watercolor pencils, okay, this is my lazy coloring method. And I'm good with that, you guys, seriously. So I'm going to take my blender pen, and it's important, you guys, don't forget to clean your blender pen in between. But I'm going to blend this together and look at the color that we get from that cherry cobbler in yellow. Love that. Oh, so pretty. I like to do the swirl to get rid of the lines. Oh my gosh, you guys, check that out. And here's the thing. Look at that flower. We can add a little bit more red if we want, but isn't that pretty? Oh, love it. Okay, so this flower here, same color combo that we use. So I'm going to take, before I clean my blender pen, I'm going to do this one. Just like that. Now, I did not clean it, but I went to the red first. Isn't that pretty? Oh, do I love that. So, and the yellow will eventually pull out of here, you guys, which I'm okay with. But isn't it fun? Oh my goodness. So we've got this right here. I'm thinking, what if we added a little bit of purple to the middle? Oh, I think that might be fun. And if it doesn't work, that's okay. Oh my. check that out. We added that little bit of purple and look where that went. Gotta fix this and that. But oh my gosh, you guys, look how pretty. Oh, I'm loving that. Loving that. Again, going with the red. And I'm going to bring it into this yellow just a little. And then we'll go to the full-on yellows. Oh my gosh. I love that. Love that. I would have been a doubter. I would have. I think we need to bring this like that. Okay. Clean this off. I'm just wiping it on scrap that I have over here, you guys. Don't forget. Now, let's talk about this purple, okay? I'm going to go heavier handed in the middle and lighter on the outside. Again, heavier handed in the middle and lighter on the outside. And I think we're going to do this technique over here in the reverse. It is so much fun. So we're going to do purple here. And then we're going to do the red. I think that'll be cool. And I think we'll do the same down here, although we got that one there. Heavier handed and then lighter. Okay. I'm not sure what I want to do with that one yet, so let's talk with these. Let's talk about these. All right. So let's start here because this is where we began. So I'm going to kind of do the same as far as how I pulled the color. Oh my gosh. And I just did a swirly swirly and look at how pretty that did. Hey, Becky. Oh my gosh, isn't that pretty? Even with that little bit of white in there, I'm okay with that. Okay, so I think I want to go a little bit heavier on these outside pieces. And I'm pressing, you guys, with this watercolor pencil. So then we're gonna kind of just do a little mixy mix. Just a little swirly swirly. Get rid of the lines. I don't like the lines. But oh my gosh. Look how pretty. I love that. I think that looks so pretty. Easy. All right, let's work on this one. So we've got the dark purple, and then I want to pull in some of that red. And I did not clean the blender brush or the blender pen at all. Yes, that was yellow. Oh my gosh. Becky, I gotta figure out. You're the first person that's asked me about it. I would like to do fun fold class on Saturday. A little bit darker, and I'm okay with that, but I love that yellow in there. Isn't that pretty? Oh, now, and here's the thing. pull some of this. And look at the depth that that adds to that purple flower. Oh my gosh. Love it. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Love. Okay. So now we're going to go to this flower. Going to kind of do the same. But I didn't clean my blender pen. And I'm kind of getting that same vibe as this, which I like. Same here. I've been so busy working on birthday bash stuff, Becky. There we go. Okay. So we added in just some yellow into that purple, kind of similar to that. I like this the way that it is with the super light edges. And this one is a little bit darker, so it looks a little bit older. So now we have to decide what we're doing with these. And I'm thinking that one of these needs to be purple, like this one. And I'm thinking that the other one needs to go in this direction. Huh. What do you guys think? Let's do some leaves while I'm thinking about what I want to do here. So we've got Old Olive, and I want Granny Apple, I think. Are you off on Saturday, Becky? I'm gonna do a similar coloring that I did on the other with the Stampin' blends, you guys. So I'm taking the Old Olive and I'm kind of coloring where the lines are. Yeah, Tracy Joe is in the kitchen. Probably making eggs. He likes to, Joe likes to cook. Oh, that's a flower, you guys. Oh, shoot. Maybe we make this one like super dark purple. I didn't know that the microphone picked that up. Holy cow, that's funny. Well, let's talk, Becky, because... Oh, I love that we did that dark. Love that. Okay. I think that's funny, you guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, Joe likes to cook. I love that Joe likes to cook. I'm guessing he made eggs, but I'm not 100% sure. Because it sounds like cast iron to me. And he usually does his eggs in the cast iron. You can? Whoops. Hey, Joe, the girls want to know what you're making. The girls want to know what you're making. They hear the pan. Did you do eggs?
No, I'm mopping the floor.
No, you're not mopping the floor. So funny. Mopping the floor. Did you guys hear him? He's mopping the floor, he says. Oh, too funny. Okay. I'm trying to decide. I still haven't decided, you guys. What are we doing with this? Just blending up my leaves here. I like the leaves. The leaves turned out good, you guys. I don't know. What are we doing with these two flowers, you guys? Should we go one like super duper dark, kind of like that one? And then with a little bit of red in the middle, and then do a yellow? That's kind of what I'm thinking we could do. Oh, Tracy, I love to cook too. Oh, I know. The age-old question, what's for dinner? Tracy, I totally agree with you, 100%. 100%. Yeah, I'm thinking that's what we're going to do, you guys. Paula would say it's my project. The struggle is real with that question. There is no doubt. Two nights in a row we've had pasta because I didn't want to figure out what to cook. So, yeah, the age-old question. Tracy, you like that idea with the flowers? Okay, so we're going to do really, really dark. I need to come back in here and do darker coloring in here. And we'll do just this one, Becky. I like that one too. I think that one turned out really good. Oh my gosh. You guys questioned the red. I bet you guys changed your mind. Goodness gracious. I bet you guys changed your mind now. Oh. Look at that. I'm digging that. Oh my gosh, you guys, that one's really pretty. I think we need to go more this, well, we've got one right there. Yeah. Okay. All right, so if we do this one this way and this one this way, I think actually they need to both go that way. What do you guys think? Do they both need to go short across the top? Oh my gosh. So this is Stampin' Blends, and this is watercolor pencils. Make this one yellow. I think you might be right. I think you might be right. Tracy says to make this one yellow, like a super light yellow. With a little bit of purple. Bring in a little bit more purple. Oh, loving that. There we go. Okay. Okay, so this one's purple with the red. This one's yellow with the purple. This one's purple with yellow. This one's all purple. We've got yellow with red. This is all three colors. This is red with the purple, yellow with the red. Oh my gosh, you guys. I really like that. I think we did good. One each way. Okay. I'm thinking this one could probably go this way. I think we could probably manage that. And they kind of tilted these, you guys, like a kind of topsy-turvy kind of look. I'm going to go a little bit heavier on the topsy-turvy. Like that. Let's see what the sample looked like. Let me move my markers. The sample, I think so too, Tracy. I think we did good. The sample kind of did just a slight topsy-turvy. So I'm thinking maybe we do one with a slight and one a little bit more intentional. And then these are the envelopes. So we've got that. What do you guys think about that? I don't like that. And I hate to say, I think it needs to go that way because my flowers, it's the flowers, you guys. It's the direction of the flowers. It's throwing me off. So this one we did a little bit more freehanding with the watercolor pencils than we did with this one. This one we struck with just the purple and the yellow, and I think that we probably could have done a little bit of red in here, and I think it would have looked really cool. But this is more this way, right? This is more a little bit with the way the directions stated, right? Not that I'm one that, you know, has to follow the directions, because I'm not. And I do think that we're going to end up going with a black. And I'm just going to use my layer. That I have. And nobody's going to know but you guys. Nobody's going to know but you guys. Get my glue. And just remember to put your glue around the outside, not in the middle. I have been known to do that accidentally. So we've got that for that, and then we'll put these two together for that similar reveal. I like that. And we'll do dimensional on this one. For sure. And then, ooh, we could topsy it that way. I like that. What do you guys think about doing it like that? And then we'll put our sentiment like right here. I like that black. It just defines to me that sentiment versus just the white. I think it kind of gets lost. New black and white. Yes, this is the new black and white DSP. Yes, we'll be doing coloring class, Becky. I know how you like coloring class. We will be doing that. And I think I forgot to order it. I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow. Apparently I did do a little bit of glue. I do like that. There we go. Oh, I like that. I like it like that too. Yeah, for sure. Okay, we're going to do the same thing. Again, same punch. Wait a minute. I have an idea. I have an idea. I have a thought. Yeah, I know. So I grabbed the 2 3/8 inch circle punch. And we're going to punch that in the black. And then I have a piece of Highland Heather here. And it's probably, yeah. I'm going to just punch it so that's in the middle because this is a scrap piece that I found. So what we're going to do is, my other sentiment. We're going to put this sentiment in the 2 inch like that. And then we're going to layer it on that so that it goes like that. I like that. And only put the glue, Jennifer, on the outside. And we'll center that like that. And then we'll add that. Glue this onto that. Look at that, you guys. That's why I always color on something else. Okay. That's right, we're doing a slight topsy on this one. So like that. And then glue this. Like that. So there's that and that. And I'm thinking we're going to do it like that. Should we do it a little off center for this part? I think that would be cute. Like that. Oh yeah, I smell peppers, you guys. That was definitely eggs. Definitely eggs. Becky likes that. Bunny ear bow. Okay. So there's our reveal. And then we're going to take a glue dot and add our bow to here. Like that. I like that. But, you know, you do it how you want. I did double up that bow. And then we've got dimensional here. I want to secure, just as a safety precaution, my ribbon. And we'll do like that. I like to make sure that things have double security, right? And then we can wink a Stella. I think we need to wink a Stella one, you guys, and then we'll do the embellishments on the other. So which one do we want to wink a Stella? I think we want to wink, I want to wink a Stella this one. And I think we can add some of the gold kind of grommet looking things in here to go with the gold, with the black that we added. I think that would be super cool. Wink of Stella this one. And this works out perfect because I have an empty dimensional sheet. So make sure that you have no other projects in the way. Seriously, like I have my iPad right here, you guys. I've gotten it all over the place. So I'm going to squeeze my wink of Stella. And then okay, like that. And it's everywhere. But can you see the little splatters in there? Oh yeah, you can. So just do the splattering. How pretty is that? Oh, so pretty. And you got splatters everywhere. Hang on, let me see if I can clean some of that up. And then like this center and this center and that one and that one. There we go. You see them, Becky? Oh, good. It is so pretty, right? I love that. And it even got onto our sentiment piece. I think it's perfect. Okay, so this one, we're going to take the gold pieces here. because I added the baker's twine on here and it has the gold, you guys. We have to use the gold ones on here. So I'm thinking that we do one big, one small here, and then we can add in like a large one there and just keep it simple so that you can see them. I like that, actually. So that would be my take on the make and takes, you guys. So let me show you the first ones in case you missed them. I have them right over here. There's the paper. Here's the paper. So this was Friday's make and take. Markers. There go the markers on the floor. And that was the instructions for this. Okay? And then this was Saturday's make and take. And this was the version that I made. That. So, I think both came super duper close. And the thing that I like, you guys, or one of the things that I really like is that I made them mine. More my style. Right? We added some pieces in this one. And I didn't have the... Thanks, Tracy. I didn't have that mask, so we made our own. I just thought it was super fun to be able to make these with you guys using what we have available to us now, but kind of get you thinking too about what you can do with things that are coming, right? Like this mask kind of gives you thinking about that. Somebody was saying that they're going to make their own mask, kind of like that one. I mean, we even did the envelopes on this one. I don't have a flower that's similar enough to that, but you kind of get an idea, right? I think so. Did you learn anything today? That's always my question I ask my team when we go places. Did you learn anything today? I hope that something was new and exciting to you. And that I hope that you enjoyed seeing what the demonstrators that went to OnStage were able to make. But I also hope that maybe this inspired you to become a demonstrator yourself and take advantage of that 20% discount, you guys. It's a very nice discount. And that's the minimum discount, might I add. All right. So thanks for joining me, everybody that did. I hope that you had an amazing time. I am blessed that you took time out of your day to watch this video, and I'm very grateful. Maybe somebody you know is afraid to try to color. Share the video, you guys. There is no wrong way to do it. Okay, there really isn't. And that's one of the things that I like about the blends and the watercolor pencils, because you can really do nothing wrong. You really can't. Thanks for joining me, you guys. Have a great day getting crafty, and you're gonna want to join me tomorrow. Tomorrow night, 6:30 Central. I'll see you then. Bye, guys.